This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics. Ready to head back to Lionel Castle here, but I think I'm going to go back to the Trade City first and see if we can buy a little bit more equipment to help us out. First of all, were there any abilities I can learn? Yeah. None of these are probably going to matter too much to me, but I'll go ahead and do that. How far away was I from Chirrut? Yeah, only 24. Got a few things there for him. Probably go ahead and do that, I suppose. See, yeah, this is one of the ones I have stopped using, so I'm not going to be able to get any ability points to help her out. Might have some here, though. Let's hold them for now. You're getting out of here. Expel? Is Expel good? I'm sorry, Chocobro. Okay. Got the best for everybody, but what about stuff that I might not already have one of? There were a few things left. I think the only other thing would have been a couple of accessories, maybe. Still might not be able to afford all of them. Well, that might have been the last one, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, looks like it. Spend the rest of our money on high potions for now. Don't really have any money left, but let's just make sure nothing has changed here either with the shop. Good enough for me. Take another save there quick, just in case we run into anything at the valley here. And I'll override that one quickly so that I can start from here if we do end up losing the next fight. And actually, I'm not sure if we have to do the next 2 fights back to back. I think it lets me save it in between. Formation though, are we good? I got a knight, my engineer, another chocobo to remove. These chocobos are breeding too quickly. I'll keep my chemist with the gun, the holy knight, and a monk. Yeah, it sounds alright. At the gate of the castle. I think, yeah, you have to start out with him on his own here. Then I can put the rest of them in over here. Let's try this, see how it goes. I don't remember this one being too bad, but I know I haven't always won. I've failed it before. Part of that's because of one notable thing that I didn't realize in my first couple of playthroughs, which I'll be sure to point out here, but I won't spoil it yet. Wait there, I'll open the gate. Not so fast. You got in all right, but didn't notice an ambush. Yep. Damn. Ramza, it's me you must fight with. On guard. The Ramza's on his own with Gafgarian over there. And my 4 guys here have to face 6 of these enemies. And yeah, there's that whole thing with Gafgarian here. I think I'm gonna miss if I try to shoot the summoner straight out there. I would like to try to get rid of the summoner quickly though if I can. If I go diagonal over here and he shoots over to the summoner, he might hit this knight instead. If I go over here, I'll probably hit him. And it doesn't really bother me being right next to this guy because he's an archer. At least that's my thought process in that. Will this be good enough to hit the summoner? So that's 100%. Can you get over there? Not quite. Actually, let's just do that for now. Alright, he is going to go for Mustadio, but he had to move to get to be the ranged attack distance here. Don't break the armor. Dang it. And guarded the counter. Didn't guard that one at least. What's the summoner gonna try to do? Whatever it is, took a long time to decide. Yeah, almost forget about Ramza over here. Can I do anything, really? I think I'll take her right up in the middle of it here. Can I finish this one off? No, we're not going to be able to do that, not quite. In that case, let's try to hit 2 of them here. And maybe stop them? No. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have that high of a percentage of chance for a stop. Let's see how much effort hurts. Ouch. I don't know. Not really feeling that great about this one. Yeah, there goes my chemist. If I revive one of these guys, wonder how quickly they'll get a turn. Go ahead and try it. That's kind of what I was afraid of. An enemy will go right away and finish off. Well, I thought he'd go after the chemist, but it didn't really matter there. It's not going to do a lot to help me, but I guess. A little too late, probably. But at least the summoner's gone. He gets to go twice before Ramza gets to go. So many of them, so many turns. Kind of screwed herself over there by knocking the other one back a little bit. This other knight probably would have finished her off anyway. Yeah, the thing I didn't realize the first time I played through the game, or the first couple, was that this is actually a switch. And you saw a cutscene earlier where the guy did hit the switch to open the gate for us as we came in. So I guess that's kind of their way of telling you that. But yeah, if you do this, you can actually open the gate up. So either you can have the party come in to help you with Gafgarian, or you can have Ramza get out there to help them. Which, this time, I mean, yeah, they didn't even make it to the point where I could get to the switch. A lot of times I've found that the part with Ramza gives me a little more difficulty. Just because he is one-on-one with Gafgarian, and since Gafgarian keeps using that Night Sword and stealing health, it's hard to do enough damage on him to outpace that healing. Well, Mystadio's already turned to treasure, and I'm not gonna let that stand anyway. So let's just go ahead and wait and let them finish Ramza off so I get a game over. Good for you, Pete. Way to level up. Now, I feel like I was so overmatched in that I don't think just making a few adjustments with jobs or abilities is going to be enough. I think I'm going to have to grind a little bit to gain some abilities and levels. One part I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember, is if the story-based battles, if they level up as you level up, or if they are at a set level. Because if they keep leveling with you, well then yeah, leveling up doesn't necessarily help as much, but getting the abilities, I think, is enough to still make it worth it. And we're kind of in a position here where there's not a lot of options as far as where I can go to try to level up. Because we got 2 cities, the execution ground, and then the valley here. And the valley is the only place where we can get random encounters, so I guess it's just a matter of going back and forth and waiting for one to hit there. Not sure how much I'll have to do either. Chocobos just keep breeding. I guess I'd probably never end up using a Chocobo anyway, so I should probably just let them all go. Let's do that. What all do we got? 2 goblins, black chocobo, a Quar, I think, is that what they are, and a mind flayer, or some derivative of the mind flayer. I'm pretty sure we can't shoot that far yet, or I mean at all. They're not in range yet, and I don't really want to move closer to them yet, so let's just wait. Let's see if that one moved into range. No. Could move up a little bit and shoot him, but let's just wait too. The thing I'm hesitant of here is I know that the chocobo has really good range, so I want to wait and see what the chocobo is going to do. It might even be able to hit me from there. Okay, nope. Yeah, because I know it has good range and it has a ranged attack. Is he gonna hit? I don't think he'll hit Jeremy. Oh, he's not in range anyway. Well, let's move over there. You should be able to shoot him from this spot. Actually, let's just not have him move at all. Yeah, I don't really like this map the most as far as navigation. Don't think I can hit from here? No. Let's just finish off the chocobo. Well, that'll take most of the Quar's health hit. I'm gonna try to move him into position by Mustadio up there, so they can kind of snipe people from the top of the hill. And he's weak enough, he's running away. Let's try it and hope he doesn't shoot Mustadio in the back of the head. Okay. Good enough. That guy's gonna run as far away as possible. $78 or yeah, 65 for that. What about for this? And I might get lucky and he might do extra damage on it and finish him off. Yeah, just like that. It's slow moving to get across here. He gets decent range for some of her other abilities, but not these first couple. Can they hit this guy from there? Maybe I back off. %0 chance. Yeah, he's too far down. And now I backed off too far away to be able to shoot the goblin. You can just wait right there. This wave fish should be able to finish this guy off, I hope. Looks like it. Actually, I'll let him go up and climb the hill to get that Kuar. I guess I could have had her use a range attack to do it. We'll see if she can hit either one of them from here. I doubt it. What's the goblin gonna do? It's going after the monk. Yeah, maybe the story fights are at a set level because, like, compared to this, I mean, that was really tough compared to what we're facing here. This fight was a cakewalk compared to that. Part of it is because there are fewer units, I suppose, but even so, these guys were doing a lot of damage to me. These guys barely scratched me, even when they did attack. I didn't get much for Ramza or Agrias because it took them so long to get over there and join the fight. I doubt if they have any abilities they can learn. I'll check quick though anyway. Yeah, I'll still keep Boko for now, I guess. Knight? No, that's not going to be enough for anything. Monk, though. I'll save up for counter or Wave Fist or something like that. Okay, can we get anything good here? Yeah, I wanted to go to X Potion, so got that. Can't buy him anywhere yet, though, I don't think, anyway. But it'll be nice once we can get to him. Yeah, I didn't think I'd really be able to get anything that would help me too much for her. Lightning Stab is probably my favorite out of these. Just because it has a bigger range and it hits more people, from what I remember. Well, the explosion is fine, but it's kind of like Earth Slash, where it goes out from your 4 cardinal directions from your character. And I think it might be able to hit anybody in a line from that. But I prefer the lightning stab kind of thing. Could go straight for Cure 2. Or Raise. Let's do that. Yeah, I think she opened these up because her chemist went to level 2. Speaking of which, let's get that too. Monk got quite a bit of action in there, so I was hoping he might be able to learn some stuff. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I can get her a slash. At least I'm fairly sure we didn't have X potions available yet. Come on. Got a black chocobo now. Famers, huh? Maybe I should go ahead and do the front line like that this time. You can always move these guys around to target if they need to be in a better position. And since these guys don't seem to move very quickly on this terrain, hopefully being in the front will help a little bit. Looks like it's going to be in the same place where I started last time, though. So my ranged units will probably get most of the action. Depending on where the enemies start out, I suppose. Okay, well this time they all start over here, so we're not going to have to cross the river to get to them. What am I most worried about here? Probably that guy. But I guess I took myself out of range for him, so shoot the one I can hit. Stay out of the water for now. Only 80% chance here. Okay. There goes that 20%. Another thing I saw about the new version of the game that just came out. I saw a video of a guy talking about how you can basically kind of cheese your percentages on these hits like this. Because they have autosaves that kick in, which I guess is kind of the equivalent of using save states. But it's built into the game this time. So if you have a 80% chance hit like that, and it doesn't hit, you can reload it and just try it again until it hits. Which I think that takes away kind of the point of it having that system anyway. But I guess however you enjoy the game, I don't really... I mean, it's not going to hurt my feelings either way. I just wouldn't feel right doing that. Unless I really just wasn't making any progress on a certain fight or anything. I mean, I'm not beyond doing something like that, but... yeah, just kind of odd to me that they built that in. Maybe they didn't realize it worked that way, but I would assume they had to have known that. To get test players and everybody... or people doing that kind of stuff, they would have figured that out. I would hope. I would hit this guy if she could take him out in one hit. But if she can't, then I might as well just finish this one off. Well, this is the only position I can get in to hit here. We'll take another 80% chance. At least I got that one. I think if I go here... you should be able to shoot over and around everybody to get this guy. Get an eye gouge Ramza before he runs away, I'm sure. The cat kick missed the blind Ramza somehow. Let's see if it hits him. If it hits the Quar in the middle, I don't really care. Okay. Yeah, my monk is berserk, but he didn't hit anybody. I kind of wondered what was going on with that. Damn it. Now Ramza is too. Guess it doesn't really matter what way I have her facing. At least Ramza's still trying to hit him when he's berserk and blind. that would have finished that guy with one hit, would have considered it a little more. But if it's not going to, I'll move. No. Move one up so I can shoot this guy. Ouch. Well, that was a pretty good hit. Let's have Wyatt reciprocate. Don't shoot Ramza, please. Okay. Let's just wait. Maybe he'll finish it off here. He's still blind, though. Okay, yep. Get the big hits in with that Berserk on there. It's not a status I'd put on myself, but in a fight like this, it didn't really matter too much. See what I can do for abilities here. I'll probably try and do one more fight yet today. Maybe two if it goes really quickly. And since we do have a black Chocobo, now what is the difference for it? It has Choco Attack, Choco Ball, and Choco Asuna. Whereas the yellow one, Boko, has Choco Attack and Choco Cure. So it doesn't have a cure, but that Choco Ball is a pretty good attack because it can do it from range. So if you want to use Chocobos when you're fighting, it's something to consider. You can't teach them anything or set anything, though. I can learn Cheer Up now, so I don't have to switch him to Esquire. Yeah, 180 is not enough to do anything else with Knight. And yeah, I don't want to spend 200, I'll wait for the 3. One other thing I'm going to do here, though, is I am going to put Guts on him now. Alright, he just needs Equip Axe and Monster Skill. I think, though, for a character like him here, and Squire tends to be one of these jobs where this can happen. I think if you learn all of his abilities before he's up to level 8, I don't know if they keep leveling. I seem to remember that being a thing. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But for that reason, I would hold off on learning both of these until he gets up to level 8. Even if it's just me being wrong, it's not like it's going to hurt anything. I'm not going to use those abilities, likely. I just want to get the job level up there. And why worry about it if I'm not going to use it anyway? Well, getting a Squire, especially up to level 8, and a Chemist do count for one of your jobs that you can use. You can't unlock it until you get that. Plus some other jobs up to level 4, but for those in particular, I'm pretty sure you need to get them up to level 8. Did the Holy Knight learn anything? Not yet. At least, not the stuff I want. I want to learn these two especially before I get the rest of that stuff mopped up. And yeah, I just taught him a big skill last time, so he hasn't racked up enough points yet. Actually, I want to check one other thing before I forget about it here. Since I have Ramza's Guts abilities equipped now, I'm probably going to work on starting to raise Bravery for my party. Who's going to need a big boost? His is 73, that's not bad. Mustadio's is pretty low. That one's not terrible. Same thing there. Not great, but not terrible. Hers is pretty decent. I'll probably just start with Ramza himself first. Well, no, maybe one of the others, because they can get more of a benefit from it while we're going. I try to get him to boost Wyatt, because every time I use it in the fight, it'll raise it by 5 points, I believe. But it's a permanent +1. So if he's at 60 right now, I can boost him up to 100 by using it 5 times, or no, 8 times. I mean, 8 times 5, yeah. But that'll give him a +8 permanent, so he'd end up with 68 if I'm able to do it that many times. Not necessarily saying I'm going to try to do it that many times. We'll see how the battle plays out. For that reason, I'll probably start them next to each other here. Or maybe put Ramza behind him, since I'm not planning on having Ramza attacking here. It makes sense in my head, at least. Of course, if it looks like I'm going to have some trouble, I might abandon it and just have Ramza attack, but for now, that's the plan. Last time we had this group of enemies, it worked out pretty well for me. Just go ahead and move Mustadio up on the hill right away. Last time I waited for the enemies to move before I did it, but let's see if we can just go in and hit somebody right away. Of course, not quite. There are more enemies this time too, I think. The ones I'd worry about are the Chocobo and the Mind Flayer, or Pisca Demon, or whatever type it is. Start having him cross here to get over there. I think I'll let everybody kind of go that way this time. If they can make it up over that hill. This should still be okay because it's a ranged ability, slightly at least. Yeah, here we go. Cheer him up. There you go, Wyatt's Brave +5. And Ramza got a job level. So for Ramza, it is a pretty nice way to get him to just level up quickly, to just use those abilities. Probably should have been doing more of that throughout the game, but we're on it now. It's like it wouldn't even have to be cheer up. It could have been some of his other stuff. Would still do that to get him some easy job points. And then the other people in the group could get job points from fighting the enemies. go here and do a wave fist, I think. $75%. I'm gonna take a chance on it and try to finish off this black guy. Bird, whatever. Didn't mean it to sound that way. Oh well. So sue me. We can't hit him. Okay. Well, you're somewhat threatening. Okay, he can get in and hit Wyatt. Also, in this whole raising bravery thing, I don't know if I mentioned what the top is. I think I said before that I thought maybe you can get it up to 99 or 100. I wasn't sure. Just to clarify on that, I did check it. And the most you can get it to is 97. Okay, well, Agrias can't make it over the hill. So she's basically going to have nothing to do in this fight, probably. By the time she makes it all the way around, probably won't be much left to do. I think I'll shoot this one instead of that one because he might hit Wyatt. And yeah, I was afraid of that too. Rams is not going to be able to make that climb either. What I'll do with him is just have him wait here though. And if he can reach Wyatt, I'll keep doing that. Otherwise, I know Mustadio needed quite a bit. Although, I don't know if Mustadio is going to be a permanent member of my party. We might actually not go with his. Agrias, I probably will keep. There's one notable character that we haven't... Well, we might have seen him in a cutscene, but there's one guy that'll join us that I'm certainly going to keep in the party. Let's come back here and do a chakra, since he's getting beat up a little bit. Trying to remember how many other characters I might use. I think Jeremy and Wyatt, the two that I started out with, the random soldiers, I think I'll keep it to the point where I keep at least two of them, so yeah, I'll still keep them and still keep building them up. Mustadio's good for a little while, but he doesn't really have any unique abilities that are that great. So I guess I could have him replace one of those guys, but he starts out behind because he joins later. So I think it's better to just let him get pushed aside a little later. I mean, you could just not use him at all, I suppose. But with his ranged attack in the beginning part here, he seems pretty good to me. As a squire or a chemist, he should be able to use that, I think. Which I guess that could go for anybody, but I don't know. I just like using him for a little while. And since Wyatt moved back over here, I can cheer him up a little bit. Start getting this guy a little bit. I think it's just him and the goblins left, right? Might use a Mind Blaster on one of us. No? But he might have moved out of range for my guns, though. Yeah. He's too close down below us. But Wyatt can go down and... Actually, let's try it from right here. Can I hit him? Nope. I'll take a chance on it here. Dang it. Well, I can hit that guy, so we'll use that. He's going to back away, but he's not going to be out of firing range for my guns. I don't think so. Nope. This one's closer, so he's more of a threat. Oh. Oops. Yes, I guess. Do still need to be a little careful of that. Friendly fire. Okay. This must not be the one that can do Mind Blast, or otherwise for some reason he's being nice and not using it. This is a good fight for some levels and job points for everybody but Agrias, though, at least. Try not to repeat my mistakes here. Yeah, they're both full health yet. If you do end up taking a guy up to 100 and you don't realize it and you keep trying to use cheer up, pretty sure you would notice, because Ramza just won't get any experience or job points if you get to that point. Because just like when you use like cure or a potion, if it's used and not needed, you don't get the experience or the ability points for it. So I can understand that, but I suppose they're trying to take that away as an opportunity for you to kind of take advantage of the game system. And you can still hit each other though and get it for that, so I don't know. Kind of like Final Fantasy II for the NES in that way, if you ever played that one. The way to go and level up the easiest is to just get into fights and get your own party members over and over again. I don't think I'm gonna hit Wyatt if I do this. Yeah, okay. We were good. I don't think I've done 8. So that should still be okay. Yep, and Rams will level up with it. Let's see, Agrias has finally almost made her way over there. I thought about having him wait his turn and letting her finish it off, but nah, let's make her walk all the way around for nothing. Yeah, and that one was worth quite a bit of money too, since there were so many enemies there. And should have been pretty good for ability points. Let's check where we're at. And see what we can level up. So I think next time I'll probably go ahead and give it another shot at the fight. Not gonna do it anymore today. We're gonna stop here, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do another fight. Let's just see. Get another black chocobo. I want to make sure it doesn't have different abilities, and no. And this one has a pretty low bravery and faith, so let's get rid of this one. How much does he have stockpiled? He's up to almost 400 for night there. And since he's got it, I'll probably just wait. Since one more will give him one of these. Or equip sword, or equip armor. $250 do anything for Monk? No, I was gonna wait for Wave Fist, right? Pretty sure I said that. Okay, that's the only one he has left to learn, but he is still only at level 7. And he needs to, yeah, get about 500 more points to get up to level 8. So that'll be a bit above what we need to get all the abilities. Amos did pretty well. Do we just go with Ether? Probably. But what else is left over here? Auto Potion's not bad. Especially if you're going to have a ranged or a caster. Because using counterattack is the other thing I do, and they wouldn't do that much with a counterattack anyway. So I might hold out and just wait to get Auto Potion. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with that. Agrias didn't really get anything. No, not at all. Wyatt? Oh yeah, what's his bravery at? It's up to 74. I thought he started at 60. Wasn't he at 60? Or was I thinking of the wrong one? So maybe it goes up faster than I thought? 'Cause I didn't get about 14 points in that fight, did I? Maybe I was thinking Mustadio was 60. Not both of them were, though. Either way, yeah, now he's up to 74 already. So. Now, he might have been at 67 or 68. Yeah, I think so. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good to get him boosted up. Because bravery, I'm pretty sure, affects how much damage they do. And a few other things, but I'd have to read up on it to remember everything. Probably just hold out for Revive next. Recovers abnormal status. Yeah, so I mean that could be nice if you get into a pinch and you got some bad statuses. Causes death gradually. Death sentence. Probably not something I'd use too often. And what levels are we at? 16 for him. 14. 14. 16, 16. Alright, yep, we're going to call it here. I'll go ahead and save it. And to start off next time, I will go ahead and give that Castle Gate battle another try. Or should, well, I think actually to start on, I might do a couple more fights. Because I'm pretty sure that once you get into that, it gives you an opportunity to save in between fights. But you have another fight coming up that you're going to have to do right away, and you don't get a chance to like leave the castle and do any farming if you need to. So one thing it could do is if you were in a position where you're not strong enough to win the second fight, but you happen to win the first fight, but you don't, like you only have one save file that you keep overwriting, that's one way you can soft lock yourself. And this is going to be one of those situations, I believe. They have a few of them in the game. Alright, but anyway, I've talked enough. We're going to go ahead and call it there for today. We'll pick up here next time and do a little bit more grinding before we go back to Lionel Castle. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.